You know what it is, Rumncokeradio each and every Tuesday right here. My name is the short one with all the mollies. Dizzy D's beside me with more of the mollies.
Bonjour.
We got Miss Holiday at the end there with all the mollies. Ray Diamonds is the supplier of most of the mollies. And I will not incriminate our guest, Heather from Loyal Coalition. She doesn't know about that molly life because she's a good, clean, wholesome, upstanding girl, and we're just some hooligans.
So if you listen to the song prior to this, there was that Pop the Molly, I'm sweating.
Woo!
Pop the Molly, I'm sweating.
Woo!
We're not on Molly, by the way. We're
on water.
We're
on
sipping
water.
Just normal water. Just we're on agua today. No Molly water.
We're just snitching all the behind the show secrets today. All right, so let's jump back into shit. Y'all remember my question or no?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Dizzy, go.
So I remember we were doing a phys ed class, and we were doing you know how they make you do laps for like 60 minutes or something, whatever, or 60.
It's like circuit
an
training?
hour? Yeah, like where you have to run around the gym for like a fucking hour.
It's called
or
the
something.
beep test.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Test.
That is some bullshit.
So they're like, bring your music if you want to play, make sure it's clean, make sure everything's good. So I'm like, yeah, no doubt. I'm not a fool. I go to like a
Shout out to
Catholic
No
school.
When Stefani can get it.
I still don't remember who is who. Anyways, so they told us to bring our own music, make sure it's edited. I knew this because I'm at a Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought a Wu-Tang song.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
But it was like from the TV, like a TV edit. So it was "Oh Dirty Bastard." And at that part where he's like, come on, can I get a Wu-Tang, 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 Wu? The music turns off. My teacher's vexed. She's running at me like, what the hell is this music? You don't think I know what Poo-Tang means?
Oh my god.
Ah, someone had a little nasty morning.
So, shout out to her for letting us know she knows what Poo-Tang means.
Well, I hope she does. She has one.
But yeah, I got in trouble for that. She's like, don't think you can lie to me. Don't think you're acting smooth. I know what Poo-Tang is. I'm like, no, they said Wu-Tang. Yeah. Took the CD out the thing. I'll hold on to this and I'm gonna
teeth your shit?
Yeah, she took it. So clearly, because she was a younger type teacher, I think she knew exactly what they were saying on the track. She just wanted a fire-ass mixtape.
Teeth and ass teachers.
Facts.
They teeth more than just your time. Miss
Facts.
Holiday, what's up?
Well, you kind of brought back a memory when you were talking about music, bringing music to class.
Yeah.
I remember it was a movie that I probably shouldn't have been watching at the time. It was with Demi Moore. It was called Striptease. Okay.
How old were you?
I was young. I was hella young.
Like
and
how
it was
old
like
is young?
like young. Like
Why are
I
you
was
watching
still in
this?
elementary school.
Wow.
So-
Scallywag.
So exactly, I knew I wasn't supposed to be watching this movie, but it was one of my favorite movies for some reason.
Scallywag and training.
Like, it was,
Wow.
anyways. So yes, it comes down to that. One day in school, okay, we had an assignment to draw what we wanted to be when we were older.
Man, did you draw a stripper?
I drew a
Yeah.
stripper.
And I've been proven right. Scallywag and training.
I drew a stripper, like literally. Okay, and so I drew the pole, the stage, like a girl, and then you know how like cartoon back in the day, how like the guys like eyes would pop out in the cartoons.
Wow.
So I drew like guys sitting at the front with the eyes popped out, and so immediately my teacher called my mom. And they had a meeting and they're like, yeah, so I'm not too sure like what you're showing your daughter,
That's
like
like a
what
meme,
content, like you know.
Wow.
Yo, I got my ass beat. Like, I got beat.
That's that
I
embarrassing
definitely
beat.
got
That's an
beat.
embarrassing beat.
Yeah,
I got
for
beat.
Sure. That's like you got beat because your mom was embarrassed that she had to deal with that shit. It's not necessarily like you did something wrong, but like it's because like I gotta be at school now, explaining why you out here drawing strippers and man's just staring. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I got, and then well, one more.
No, just one, homie. Pass the mic.
Nah, let her
I
go.
don't even remember shit.
Okay.
I was
go.
gonna ask if there's a song that you shouldn't have been singing where you don't know the words to. So like
Oh, I
Peaches
got
and
one.
Cream.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would walk around singing "Freaking in a Limousine" or like whatever. Or what's the other song? Fuck, I lost my train of thought, but I can't remember. And it's like I listen to the song now, and I'm like, we were
Wow.
singing this when we were kids. Like that's so bad.
Uh,
I have nothing. I have no.
You never went to
story I
school
can think
playing
about.
bad music?
No, I did, but
you were too gangster for them to even talk to you.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Or like, what about with parents or something?
I don't know. I remember when like BET used to be free, like back in the
Oh,
day,
uncut.
like when you like get like actual good like hip hop music, because
yeah.
like like much music, no hate, but like it was.
Yeah.
Can we all acknowledge that BET stopped buying music videos in like 2006?
I feel like they just stopped. I feel like
like-
most music stations
Well,
stop playing music.
Well, I mean, like
2006.
BET specifically, because you can go on there and see Chris Brown run it, or get that. What's that one song where he's dancing in lugs,
Yeah.
and he's like on a basketball court.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, and he's like in the back of an Escalade, and he hops out with Shorty. You know exactly the song, because every time BET's on, it's that fucking song.
Is it Yo? Is it Yo?
Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me,
When I
miss.
say Yo.
Hey, excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
See him across the room.
That's when he was like 16, right?
Yeah, and that's when
Yeah.
they stopped buying music videos.
Yeah, I graduated in that year, so I did.
Year,
listen.
turn up.
I had free shit. I always had like pop-in music, like whenever there's like a field trip, because I did like PE throughout all of school, because I was that chick.
So you were the mixtape plug.
But I was, I always had all the good shit that like none of the
That is
kids
Ben's
knew
plug.
yet.
Hey,
all right.
What school did you go to?
Oh, you're gonna call me on my high school shit now?
Yo, we're doing it right now.
I went to Point Grey.
Point Grey?
Yeah, man.
Okay, hold on to that. Miss
I
Holiday.
have no idea what that is.
Because this is her second time here, and we didn't film it the first time. Let's ask her a question.
Okay.
Let's ask her
What do you want
the
to ask?
main question before we get into the
Tasha's
thick.
question.
Yes.
Well, yes. Since we're live, and now we've got
we're what?
live,
Oh.
and we have cameras.
Yes.
And so for all of our viewers who don't know who this lovely blessing of energy
That we're
she
showing
just
so
came
much love
in,
to.
yeah, man.
Damn, that's
Second time she's come. Tell everybody who you are. Let them know what you do.
Hello, what's up? I'm Heather. Thanks for having me, guys. You guys are fucking dope. Like, It's such a good vibe, and I'm so happy and appreciative that you guys brought me back.
Man.
And just good energy right off the bat. We're just like, just getting down. Ray's doing her thing. It's so good.
Great diamonds.
Right? So I actually run a shop called The Basement. It's in Gastown. It features mostly local small businesses that are typically online and not in store brands. So we're a collective of like 40 or so Vancouver brands like that, and then we carry a few other brands from across North America. But majority of everything is local, and I started before that with my own brand, Loyal Coalition.
Hey.
This one right here.
Shout out to the loyal.
Shout out to the Loyal Coalition. Yeah, that's how I started up, and then from there I met a lot of really dope creatives in the industry, from going to like markets and pop-ups and like sponsoring different creative events and stuff, and then met lots of other entrepreneurs doing their thing, and decided to create something that I felt was lacking in the city, which is support for local small businesses and brands, not just all hype brands.
Facts.
Right? Because it's important, right? Like, I love this city. I love the creatives that consume this city, like that come from all over the world to be in this city, and I think it's important to have a platform.
How
for
long has your
those.
store been open?
Just over 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, so 2016 is when we opened.
And where's the location?
235 Cambie Street. So right between Cordova and Water on Cambie. So like right across from where the Cambie pub is, which is sadly closing. But
Hey,
yeah, we're
that's
right
true.
up in that area, in a basement. So
And what's the store called?
the basement.
Hey.
So you can't get it wrong.
So going back to when you said, like, you brought it up that you wanted to be around people that were bringing entertainment and stuff to the scene and
Yeah.
building personal, local businesses and whatnot.
Yes.
Now, I know you're kind of like, you had show running business in your past. You used to be a dancer.
Yes. Yes,
So,
I
like,
did used to be a dancer.
now that we know that you're a dancer, how long have you been dancing for? Like, well, I know you stopped the dancing.
Yeah, no,
At the break, you showed us a little bit of your moves.
my little 1-2 steps.
Her little 1-2 1-2. I believe it was booty shaking music.
I was
but
just focusing on your booty shaking. Like, I was just trying to, just trying to copy you, D. Shit.
Man, I got the booty bounce.
This is what y'all be doing. I'm not paying attention.
Yo, maybe you should look up, bro,
You
from
guys-
your laptop.
if it's Dizzy out here booty twerking, there,
No, I wasn't
definitely-
twerking.
ain't
I wasn't
trying to be looking.
twerking. I
Dizzy's
wasn't
out here
twerking.
clapping his cheeks. Is that what you're trying to say? Did we just realize Dizzy's out here clapping his cheeks on the break?
No.
He was.
No.
Wow.
Do
All
a
right,
little,
let's see how it is.
booty isolation.
I'll show you the video. We got video. Anyways, let's talk about it. How long
Nasty.
have you been, like,
How long
your
was I?
dance? You talk about your dance history. Right
Okay, sure.
Like, when did you get started with this?
I love that you like dug deep and like asked
Man,
me
I
this
have
shit.
to.
I know.
You've been on the show once before, and I got to bring, like, different things
fair.
to the table.
Fair. I
You mentioned it
appreciate
real quick.
The research.
You mentioned it real quick on the last show, and I was like, what? She was a dancer?
Yes. Okay. So I was a dancer from when I was 3 till I was 18, for 15 years straight.
3 to 18.
Yeah. It was a long time. It was my well, it still is, like, I'm still so passionate about dance and movement and music and the arts and performance and all that. But like, I started as a classically trained ballerina,
Really?
right? And then lyrical, I got into lyrical and jazz. Then I competed and did all that stuff too.
Dope.
Yeah. And then I got in, like, hip hop was just something I loved from a young age. Like, it's just like hip hop music and
Yeah, girl, you can move.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you.
You
Thanks,
got your hip hop
guys.
steps on.
I try.
So, like, 18 came around, and you just decided you're going to put that on hold a little bit, or you just, like, wanted a break from dancing so militantly?
The honest truth, I was in a very different place when I was 18. Okay, well, we'll get into it a little bit, but so I actually wanted to originally dance on cruise ships for a year after I graduated.
Wow,
I had
okay.
a jazz teacher who was like, yeah, let's do it, la 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 la, and you can totally do it. And I was just honestly in a really fucked up relationship at the time, like, not even gonna lie. Like, I was in a really, really bad relationship at the time, and I just didn't fulfill things for myself. I was more focused on that other person, and which was a mistake in retrospect,
that's what
obviously,
they
but
say.
I was young and fucked around and in some tainted version of love, right? Right?
Yeah.
But
Cheeks.
honestly, no, I kind of put myself on hold and didn't pursue things that I really wanted to pursue, and I just kind of got caught in this circumstance, and there were some things that happened and some traumatic things I went through with that person, and it just kind of like I didn't give it all my all after that. I kind of just gave it up a
fell
little
back.
bit. But then when I was 19, a teacher of mine, she hit me up and she was like, hey, like, I'm putting together a little dance crew. We're going to do some performances locally at Granville Island and at a wedding. Like, so random, I danced at a brown wedding when I was 19. I know, like, we were like this like group of 6 of us, and we did like hip hop and jazz, and like it was super random. It was this little random dance routine, but we were like the entertainment and the reception.
Oh, that's dope.
Whatever.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
it was dope.
How did it feel to get back into dancing?
It was really dope. I really love it just always was an expression for me to like, you know, like for my mental health, for everything, like, you know, whatever I was going through, I would just like go to dance and like put it onto the floor and just like let loose and have it as my outlet. So it was super positive. It was dope. I danced at Granville Island too, like just randomly in front of strangers. We just like posted up, you know, or like performers post up and just dance and throw change in the fucking hat or whatever.
Oh, like busking type thing.
Yeah.
Really,
I
eh?
did that too.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
I
dope.
know, it's so random, right? But
Okay, so moving from like one passion to a next, like I know just by like doing my deep dive into your past that you're a very outdoorsy type person.
yes, I love nature.
You love nature. You
Love that shit.
So what's the highest mountain that you've hiked up?
See, this is where I suck because like I haven't done the Chief. I know I'm like the worst Vancouverite.
You live
ever.
here and you've never
Fuck.
done that?
I haven't ever done it either, so whatever.
Okay, cool.
Fuck that shit.
Nigga, I don't expect you to leave your bed talking about going up a mountain. Anyways, let's talk about our guest here.
I'm giving her bail, man. Y'all ain't from here.
Yo,
she's
she,
like, yo,
she
she's
loves the outdoors.
She says she's the worst Vancouverite for not going out. And I'm like, yo,
Yo,
shut
but
up.
she loves the outdoors. You love
Ain't nobody got time for that.
exactly. He ain't going outside. For
Leaving my comfy ass bed to go traipse up a mountain, broke my feet.
Yo, man, but you gotta refresh the mind too and the
So what does it do
spirit,
for you? It does.
know?
It refreshes you.
Honestly, it helps me gain perspective on just because you realize how small you are, right? In this life of madness and chaos that we like get caught up in our day-to-day lives, and shit's crazy, and then you just go into nature and you're just like, yo, like,
you remember you're blessed.
yes.
So you're like the type to go camping and all that stuff, yeah?
I'm not a huge camper.
Oh, you just like to just go hike?
I just like to go hike and go for walks and like extended walks, and I have a dog. I have a
I was gonna
boxer.
say I was gonna ask the question. So you got this little
My
boxer that's
boxer
your
buddy.
life.
He's my homie. His name's Tyson. He's like
Tyson's
my
a
fucking
G, yo.
best. Yes, he's a little G.
How old's Tyson now?
He's 9 now.
Hey,
Tyson's 9,
He's
yo.
9, dude.
He's
I
out
know.
there.
He's out there. He's still kicking it. Yeah, no, he's like my little buddy, and we just like kick it out into nature and just go off to like random paths and just kind of explore and
Hey.
yeah, like run around. Like I'm one of those crazy people who like just start running through trees and like jumping over shit and just
Good
like
to have a
kinda-
dog to like save your ass just in case a bear pop up or something.
Exactly. That too. But no, we're in Vancouver, so it's like, you know, there's a beautiful balance of nature and city and madness, and it's just like Spanish Banks is like my go-to for like just like sit, chill at a bench, smoke a joint, and just like gain some perspective on shit, you know?
That's dope. I wanted to ask you, because we briefly were talking about it. You have some events coming up.
Yes.
Let everybody know what you got going on, hosted at the basement.
Okay, so next Friday, the 18th of October, we're doing an art show in collaboration with local photographer Ryan Stushnoff. It is called How Many Likes Until You Like Yourself.
Ooh,
I know, it's a deep one.
they haven't got that number that high.
It's good. So it's all social media based,
Okay.
as you can tell from the title, and it's basically just outlining like just different aspects of how we look at ourselves based off of other people's perspectives.
Okay.
And how we gain a lot of validation through likes, through social media, and how we really just need to like look into ourselves for that validation, not
Facts.
for others. And so he's doing some really dope like visual displays. He's gonna have like some crazy screens with different visuals that are kind of like thought-provoking. He's gonna have some engaging displays you can like touch and interact with that just kind of not your typical art show of just looking at photos or videos. It's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little different. So that's happening next Friday from 8 p.m. to 12 at the basement, 235 Canby. It's $10 cover, and there's a cash bar.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's going to be a good time.
Nice.
It's on our Instagram too. If you hit the link in our Instagram, just at the basement van, you'll find the details for that.
Dope.
Yeah, and then the end of the month, we got a really dope another year of Van City Street. So
Hey.
yeah, Van City Street.
That is big.
We've been with them since day one,
Yeah.
since 2016, which is super dope. Since they were at MIA at the time, just
True.
starting up. Now they're at Celebrities Underground, which is really, really dope. And they've turned it into a 3-day event. So it's from the 23rd, 24th, 25th. There's 3 days of fashion shows, like networking. There's some talks with entrepreneurs at the end of it. There's like booths with vendors set up, but there's gonna be some dope like local artists rapping, singing, dancers. Like it's a full creative spectrum of like just really dope shit. If you can check out Van City Street on Instagram, they have all the details there, and we're gonna be doing a basement set. And Mr. Tion Gibbs.
Hey.
I saw he's on the show recently too, which is
Yeah,
sick.
yeah. Check out his show. That was really
Yeah,
good.
that was dope. And that like last like few minutes of fucking freestyle, I was like,
Yeah, his
woo!
last call.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna be up performing live with the models, doing the runway. It's gonna be really dope. So it's exciting, guys.
So-
Lots of things.
Speaking of your store doing a lot of events, like it's real. Your store has been holding down a lot of events in the city. I remember we had a conversation about it. There was you tried to say like somebody was talking to you like, yeah, we're just trying to put on and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, we've been here. We've been out here trying to put on. You're
Yeah.
just now getting to the flex and just hearing about here.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good conversation actually.
Yeah.
I remember you came through. There's a lot of youngins doing their thing, which you can appreciate, right? Because the next generation's got to step up and continue to push the arts, and it's really important to support our locals and not just all this hype beast shit. You know what I mean? Like, we really got to give back, especially in a small city like Vancouver, where everyone kind of knows someone through something, and
That's
it's
true.
like we're not a
Very
huge
true.
population for a city, right? So like that little bit of support that you put back inwards into the city, it goes a long way. So it's funny because like years ago, like I don't know, before like fucking markets and all that shit were like so crazy. Now it's like every week there's a market and a pop-up and all this crazy shit, which is dope, and I love to see that progression. But like back when I first started Loyal in like 2013, 2014, we hosted a little pop-up marketplace called Community, and it was like 20 local vendors like showing up, like selling their goods, and
nice.
and we did we sponsored like Emotions in the beginning too, and did like the live music
that's
stuff,
true.
right? And
That's how I first heard of your place.
yeah, and like been doing that stuff for a while, and I just haven't been out in the club scene in a long time, to be honest. I'm just kind of like taking
Yeah, we
a
last
step
saw you
back.
at Street Dream. That's the last time I saw you step
Just
out.
calling me out. It's like, you're
Hey
never
man, it's
aware.
real, man.
I'm sorry, I'm not at Republic every Thursday.
Yo,
My
but I'm
bad,
still
bro.
don't think the call out is over. Let's talk about how you're blank on social media. Okay, so if you go look up Heather's name on social media, she hasn't posted anything for 3 years. Complete blackouts.
Sorry.
How does that feel?
Feels
To
good.
like really
Mine
be
feels
blacked
great.
out from
Feels great.
everybody talking, really, eh?
I don't know, man. Like I'm a really private person,
That's true.
honestly. Like
She has a real life.
I try.
But
You
before
know,
you used to be out there.
I more out there, totally. Like when I first started Loyal and stuff too, like before the basement even, like I was at the club like every fucking week, dude. Like
Wow, eh?
sponsoring all this shit. Yeah, everyone here kind of remembers a little bit.
I remember them days.
Ray and Alex back in those days, we were all out there, Joe Rich and like fucking Caprice and all this shit.
I was gonna say, but you use the basement account though to stay
I do.
connected.
I do.
So she's
So-
not fully off the map.
I'm not fully off the map.
I feel like she just
Does he
posts
just-
or she gets someone else to post for her. You know what
No,
I mean?
no, no.
I
It's
feel
all
like
me, bro.
I feel like if you go on there, you're not really like
No, it's all me.
looking and scrolling.
No,
I'm
it's-
saying like you don't scroll and see other people's stuff. You just post and get the fuck off.
I know that's bad sometimes, but
See,
it's
that's what I mean.
I do. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's
man.
cool. It's totally cool.
Fuck.
It's totally cool.
That shit gives me anxiety sometimes. Social media. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really, eh? What does it do to
100%.
you?
You get into it sometimes, and you realize you're like so deep in this fucking world, and you're just like, what am I even looking at anymore? Like,
Yeah.
Where did I end up? How am I here?
Yeah.
How have I spent an hour and a half on this shit right now? Yeah. Right? Like I'm on this other person's account through like 5 other accounts that I went through, and now I like don't even know what I'm looking at. There's just ass and tits everywhere. I was like,
Shout out to the ass and titties.
nothing bad with ass and titties.
I don't know who you're following first and foremost, but anyways, continue.
all types of people.
Hey
I don't
man,
discriminate. You
ass
know?
and titties be popping up everywhere.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
That's just the world we live in now, right? But
I get sponsored
So-
ass and titties. Now.
So if you're ever on a bus, because you don't deal with social media like that, but has it ever happened to you where you're like in a public place and you go to open up your Instagram and there's just ass right there before you could even like remove it? Has that happened
it's
to you?
happened before, and
yeah.
I'm like
Happened to all
low
of
key,
you?
just like
That's my favorite thing.
put the phone away. Like who's looking?
Not even,
you know. There's
not
always
even that.
someone
I have,
creeping.
I have people like you guys already know the material that I get sent.
Nasty.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I can imagine.
Fucking hammer pick.
But I have a lot of
This ain't
girls.
Home Depot, bro.
Hold on, but I have a lot of females like us girlfriends. You know what I mean? There's those times where we send each other some shit too, like, oh hey, does my butt look cute, or oh
Yeah.
check out this bra. So
Yeah.
there's some times where I'm like trying to show somebody something in my phone, and I'm like, oh, gotta go past this picture real quick because there's a whole bunch of nudity in there.
You don't
Yeah.
keep all. You keep mad pictures.
There's 5,000 photos.
I don't
in my
understand.
phone.
I don't
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that. Why women decide they're gonna keep every single.
I know. Why
You
don't
never
you guys
know when
just
you
back
might
up?
need that photo.
No,
Hey,
man,
you
that's
never do.
hoarding.
You
That's
never
called
do.
hoarding.
You know what? So many people are very thankful actually when I do like the birthday shout outs and when I bring up random old shit and I send it to people are like, wow, like this is so cool that you still have that. And it makes me happy to be able to reminisce on that time in my life.
All right, cool then.
So when your phone starts slowing down on you because you have no more data, you're cool with that.
No, it's all good. I better get the most awesome fucking picture collage for my birthday.
Facts.
Or else you're off the show.
no.
And you know what that is? Rumncokeradio every Tuesday right here with myself, the show one. We got Dizzy D.
Hilarious.
We got Miss Holiday.
Yo.
We got special guest Heather from loyalcoalition. So thank you for coming out.
Heather!
Yeah.
What's up?
Gotta get you back in. And for the end of the show, we're gonna hit you with that Ray Diamond's beats.
Thank you for coming back, Heather.
Thanks for
Heather.
having me, guys. I love you guys.
And we
guys
shall
are dope.
talk to you fools on the radio next week. More announcements next week too, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stick
Hit
around.
up all our socials, even though I don't do none of that. But
And come
whatever.
say hi to me at the
Yeah.
basement van.
Yes, go say hi to Heather at the basement.
I'm there
Well, when
all
are you
the
open?
time.
When are you open? What's your hours?
Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 6.
Nice.
Saturday, 12 to 6. Sunday,
Nice.
12 to 5. And we're
Nice.
closed on Mondays for the fall and winter.
Facts.
Nice.
But I'm there almost all the time. So
Wicked,
come see
wicked.
me.
Hours 12 o'clock.
Come see me.
I know, right? Wicked. All right, y'all. Talk to you Radio Fools later. Rum and Coke.
Bye.
Rumncokeradio.